Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Siti Hajar binti Airf. Matric number D2018-208-5121. This video is purposely for final assessment of tonal harmony. In this video, I will explain my understanding of the triad and give notation examples of triad. Alright, let's just try to our introduction of triad. What is the triad? Okay, in music, a triad is a set of 3 notes or pitch classes that can be stacked vertically in thirds. So basically, triad or chord is 3 notes that stack in third. In other term, triad also known as tertial harmony. Alright, so when stacked in third, notes produce triads. The triads members from lowest pitch tone to highest are called the root. Inversion does not change the root, so it stick as root only. It will not move to any places. Only the third or fifth that can be lowest note. Alright, that is for the root. And then for the third is interval above the root, being a minor third, or it means 3 semitones, or a major third, form semitones at this one, right? And then the fifth is interval above the third, being minor third or a major third. Hence, its interval above the root being a diminished fifth, which is 6 semitones, and then perfect fifth equals to 7 semitones, or augmented fifth equals to 8 semitones. Perfect fifths are the most commonly used interval above the root in Western classical, popular, and traditional music. So here you can see the stack note, 3 notes. Here, this is the root, and then we go to the third, which is the 3 semitones, and then we go to the fifth, which can be 7 semitones, 8 semitones, or 6 semitones, which is perfect fifth or augmented fifth. Alright, that is for the triad means. And then let's go to the types of the triad. Here we have a major triad. Okay, major triad. Let's think about the C major chord. You got C major. You can imagine in your face the scales of C major until the fifth: C, D, E, F, G, and focus on the root, third, and the fifth. So you got C, the note C as the root, the note E as the third, and the note G as the fifth. So that is major triad. And then next one is minor triad. Alright, so for minor, you will have the root, the third will be lowered, which is lower third, and the fifth. So let's think about the E minor chord. So in E minor, you will have E, F, G, A, and B. So for E minor, the G, which supposedly sharp in major, but we will lower the third and it will become G natural. So E, G natural, and B, E, G, B. So that is the triad for minor. Alright, now let's go. Okay, this is the notation example for the major and the minor triad. So here the example that in this presentation is the C major. See, this is the C major and this is the C minor. Alright, and you can see the C and for the third is the E, which is from natural. It will lower into the E flat, and then the fifth is G. Okay, next one is the augmented triad. Okay, as you all know, the augmented is always a raised fifth, which is the note will be sharp. Okay, so what about you? The example for augmented, we use the F sharp augmented. For the F sharp augmented, you will have the F sharp as the root, A sharp as the third, and then C. C will become double sharp because F sharp, A sharp, from the major it become A sharp, and then it was raised fifth, and it's become the major augmented. It become augmented and it will need to be raised fifth, so it become double sharp, C double sharp. So here in the screen you can see the G augmented, which is the G, B, and D. The D from the natural, from the major, it was raised as fifth, and it's become G sharp. It's become D sharp, sorry. Okay, and then the last types of the triads is the diminish. Okay, look at the screen. You can see the G diminish, which is from the minor. The third one and the fifth one is lowered, so you'll have the lower third and the lower fifth. So here we have the G. So G, the note G, and then the third is the lower third, which becomes the B flat, and then the D has become the B flat because it becomes lower fifth, right? Okay, now next, let's go here, the inversion of the triad. Okay, the first inversion, as you can see, this is the root, which is that is not moved into any semitone. It was stacked here, and then we go to the first inversion. Okay, so for the first inversion, this the root is moved after the fifth here. Yeah, and then for the second inversion, it was moved from the first inversion, and okay, for your information, the first inversion is also known as the 6-3, and then the second inversion here, you see the root, the root here, the third here, the third from the first inversion is moved up to the after fifth here. So the second inversion is also known as 6-4, right? Okay, this is another example for the inversion for the triad. Alright, and a triad is inverted when a note other than the root is acting as the base note. which means the roots has become the base note, because the base note can be moved as it will be invert into either into first or second. And then the numbers here, as you can see, the numbers after the Roman numerals, this one 6 and this one the 6 4, as a representation of intervals found above the base note. So the notes represented by the numbers that can be played in any octave above the base note. Okay, this is another example for notation. Alright, let's go to the lead sheet symbols that is for the triad. Alright, so for the major, you will have to you will write down, like for this one, the G major. You will use the G as the root, so don't need to write anything like this, so that we can understand that, and we know that the note represented here is major. And then the next one is minor. You can use this dash or the minus symbol as to represent the minor, right? And then for the augmented, we use the plus symbol, because here we can know that if there is the plus symbol here, you will know that is augmented. And then the diminished triad, you will use the circle symbol, just the small one besides the root note here, so you can figure that if there is the circle symbol, so that will become the diminished triad. Okay, so why? Because the lead sheet symbol tells you the root of the triad, the quality of the triad, or any extensions to the triad, and any non-root base note. So lead sheet symbols, they don't reference a specific key, but instead symbols are always assumed to be a certain quality unless otherwise indicates that triads are assumed to be major, which means don't need to put anything symbol at the root base note. Okay, so you can see other symbols are added to indicate other triad qualities. So this is summarized in the table below, so you can use this table as your reference. Alright, so that's all. So let us recap from the beginning. Okay, the triad is a set of 3 notes that stack as a third, that can be stacked vertically in third. Alright, and for the inversion, when the root is in the base, the triad is said to be in root position. When the third is in the base, the triad is in first inversion. And when the fifth is in the base, the triad is the second inversion. So, and the last one is lead sheet symbols tells you the root of the triad, the quality of the triad, and extensions of the triad, or any non-root base note. So, thank you for listening and watching to this video. I hope you can understand of my understanding of the triad. So thank you and bye.